Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Check 52, check 37, check 37.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. These two teams all tied after 1.
Score time 7-7.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
2nd and 14. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 38, Herbert. Flush to his right. Williams brings it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Here's Herbert. Being chased out left. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. They're going deep downfield for Boykin. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. Well, go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre first down calls in the history of the National Football League. A fake, and it backfires.
Well, we've seen a lot
of first down.
Yeah, you're right. And we've seen a lot of innovation throughout the years in the NFL. I mean, we've gone from the single wing to the T formation to shotgun, right? Running spread, run and shoot, you name it, right?
To first down field goal
fakes. First down field goal fakes. I think that's an innovation that will not catch on.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a give running left for Gurley. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Herbert now. They'll roll him out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down. On the counter, Gurley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, Don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Eckler again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
And going deep downfield for Boykin.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down, eluding the pressure right. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Throwing is Jackson. Going for the deep ball.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Asante Samuel.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
He'll hand off here to Eckler.
And he's got some space here. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, it's Gurley. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in.
Touchdown, Chargers. Jared Cook. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Michael Davis.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Another carry now for Gurley. Runs through the contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They try right side here, Gurley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chargers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.